Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Captain Chandler with your police department, here with Rich with your Community Connection live update, where we like to talk about what happened the past 7 days in our community. And so today we're going to talk a little bit about the weekly stats, a little bit about an incident that we had this morning that brought a lot of our staff out to handle. And then Rich is going to talk a little bit about the weather. So welcome, everyone. We're glad you're here. I see a couple of you joining in. Lisa, Howard and Carrie and Georgina, Dawn, many of you, about 45 watching live right now. So again, we're glad you're here, and stay with it. And Rich is going to get into the weekly update.
Yeah, sure thing. So this week we're covering the week of December the 23rd to December the 29th. And getting right into our stats, we had 673 police calls for service, 63 fire calls, 22 crime reports, 72 arrest charges, 260 traffic stops, 111 citations, 30 non-injury crashes, and 6 injury crashes. And on the crime reports, we had 10 family disturbances, 4 property damage and fraud, a couple of forgery, and a burglary and a theft of a vehicle. Both of those were actually related to the same incident, those last two.
Great.
And on the arrest charges, had a few numbers at the top there flip-flop a little this week. Some of our regular heavy hitters got outdone by some warrants. So we had 14 warrant arrests this week. And then you see some of the others there: simple possession of drugs, driving on suspended and revoked DLs, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Some good proactive work this week.
Yeah, absolutely. It's interesting to see our officers had more contact with wanted people. And in fact, Guardian Shield alerted on a stolen car, and there was a wanted person in it out of Colorado this week. So pretty interesting, and it's great to see Guardian Shield alerting on criminal activity in our community, and so our officers can find it and make sure they're not in our community to commit more crime. It's good stuff.
And then on to neighborhood and school zone traffic enforcement. Covered Belinda City, South Rutland Road, Providence residential neighborhoods, Old Lebanon Dirt Road, Pleasant Grove Road, Sterling Woods, Nonneville Road, Hickory Hills, and Windtree Trace. This week we covered 53 stops, 21 citations, and 3 arrests off that effort.
Good deal.
And on Guardian Shield, since its inception, total numbers: 106 stolen cars, 52 stolen plates, 74 wanted persons. So taking away some good numbers there.
Yeah, for sure. Great stuff. This morning, folks, you may have got the MJ alert text about a hoax 911 call where this caller, acting as a child, alleged that there was a shooting at a home on Paul Drive. And Paul Drive is back in the Hillview, Denny Hills area of Mount Juliet, kind of the older central area of Mount Juliet. It was about 11:20 a.m. when that call came in. And of course, we could kind of tell it was suspicious. But when you get a call like that, especially from someone or a child stating there's been a shooting, we need to do our due diligence and get out there, check it out to be sure that, in fact, there was no shooting at all. So our officers got out there, checked with the residents of that home, searched through the home, and everything was fine. No shooting whatsoever. And again, we confirmed that it was a hoax, which we thought it was. Now, doing a hoax like this is super serious. We just don't end the investigation once we check and make sure everything's okay. Our detectives are actively going after leads related to that phone call. And there's many ways you can do phone calls now, through apps on your phone, through the internet itself. And so our detectives are tracking all those different avenues, and hopefully will lead us back to a suspect somewhere where we can bring charges for it, and we can identify that person responsible for calling in that hoax. At one point in time, we had about 15 to 20 staff members tasked to it to ensure that our response was adequate to a shooting that alleged multiple people had been shot at a home. And again, we're grateful that it was a hoax, because certainly we don't want something like that to happen. And we're going to continue to investigate it to be sure and try to identify who that suspect was. And the suspect may not even live in this area. They could be out of state. And you see this from time to time through communities nationwide where someone will call in this fake incident that requires a police response. And if you did not get the text alert about the incident today, get registered to MJ Alert. All you have to do is text the letters MJ to 67283. We have about 11,000, approaching 12,000 people registered on MJ Alert now, which is nice to see. Rich, how's that weather looking?
Well, it's a little interesting coming up for tomorrow and Saturday. I was on the briefing this morning, and they just sent an updated situation report a couple hours ago. The most recent situation report showing for tomorrow evening into overnight and into Saturday. Right now, they've got us in the slight risk, the category, enhanced. Wow, words are hard today.
Slightly.
The slight risk, which is the yellow category out of the 5 categories that they have for the threat levels for our area, which means that the chances are a little higher than just normal weather for the threat levels. So it just means to be a little more weather aware, be aware of what's going on out there, watch for your local emergency responding agencies to send out alerts like Kat was talking about with our text alert system, and just be weather aware of what's going on. Stay tuned to your local news media and just be aware of what's happening. On that last briefing they had this morning, they weren't sure on the timing just yet. They're not sure exactly when it's going to come through, but they were saying most likely tomorrow evening in the overnight hours. So if you have any plans set for our outside tomorrow to celebrate the new year, just be ready. Be ready. You could get some rain and some high winds. They're talking about straight line winds are a concern for tomorrow night, and then going into Saturday. They're saying Saturday during the day are looking at some more storms. They're keeping us the whole state basically in the slight category. So it's Friday night into Saturday is looking kind of interesting. They're expecting to update us further on the timing later today or tomorrow. So of course we'll keep everybody posted as we get the better updates and narrow down the time frame.
Yeah, Rich, on the briefing that I'm looking at in front of me off my phone through email, it says what to expect. It says severe storms are possible Friday night and Saturday. Details are still uncertain, especially regarding timing. Damaging straight line winds, isolated tornadoes, large hail are possible. Localized flash flooding may also occur. Precipitation may end as snow Saturday night and into Sunday with little to no accumulation expected. And temperatures will drop significantly after Saturday night's cold front passage. So I'm thinking, looking at here, it's going to go from 62 as a low down to 20 as a low, get really cold. So the temperature is going to drop, high on Saturday is 72 and the high on Sunday is 43. So that's almost a 30-degree drop in a couple of hours due to this strong system pushing through. And like always, we want you to be weather aware. Stay tuned to what's happening. We, of course, are going to let you know through the different alerts about the stuff leading up to potential warnings. And then our weather service is going to pop out all the watches and the warnings to keep you aware in the moment as stuff is happening. But we're, again, just keeping our fingers crossed it misses us again, just like it did the other night and went closer south. But looking like Friday evening and Saturday, we're under that slight risk of severe weather. Rich, how about we give out a gift card?
Sure.
Work for you. All right, folks, pretty simple here. Just in the comments, wherever you're at, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, type in the hashtag MJPD Live, just like you see it on the screen, hashtag MJPD Live. And you will be eligible for a gift card, and it's $10 to Burger Republic. So we'll buy you a burger if you win. And if you are eligible, if you live in Wilson County or a county connected to Wilson County, and we'll either mail it to you or drop it by your home. So we'll let folks just type that in the comments to be eligible for a gift card to Burger Republic. Rich, what you have going on the rest of the day?
Oh, just working in the office today, and hopefully going to get on the road a little bit this evening, get out and ride around a little bit.
Yeah, good deal. So obviously tomorrow is New Year's Eve, and our police department's going to have a lot of extra patrols out. We call them saturation patrols, where we are bringing in more officers to work out there on the street to be proactive. And their main goal is to target unsafe driving behavior, especially those who are making a poor decision of getting out while they are impaired or drinking and driving. And folks, there's really no excuse for that, especially in today's times, because there is a safe way home, whether it's by a rideshare program such as Lyft or Uber, a sober friend, or a taxi driver to get you home safely. Please have a plan to get home safely. If you choose to drink alcohol during your New Year's Eve celebrations, we care about you. We care about our community. We don't want to see anyone hurt. And the last thing we want to have to do is also arrest someone because they made a poor decision, because they're going to start their new year off on the wrong foot for sure, behind bars, And that's no place anyone wants to start a new year off, much less be in to begin with. So please, please, please be careful. If you're going to party, just have a plan to get home safe, right? And if you can't get home, just stay where you're at. Don't drive. Don't get in that car. Don't start it up because you will risk getting a DUI. And you could also risk hurting someone if you have a crash or hurting yourself. And we really don't want anyone hurt in our community. So be safe out there. And you'll see a lot of officers out again. We have a lot of officers coming in for those saturation patrols to keep an eye on things. So let's do the draw. We have 30 entries. Who is going to be the winner of the gift card? Rich, do you have any guesses?
Let's see. I saw Cat Spears go by there. It looked like a good name.
All right. Carrie Michelle Lynn. Good deal. Awesome. I've seen Carrie on here quite a bit. So, Carrie, we're glad that you could win this gift card. I'm going to type my email in the address in the comments here. Just email me, and we will get the gift card to you. Send me your address, please. Good deal. Always fun to give away a gift card every now and again. Awesome. Rich, what else do we have going on?
Real quick, if I could do a quick shout out to my new buddy Cynthia, and I'm probably going to butcher the last name, but Cynthia Zerwinski.
Okay.
Miss Cynthia was nice enough to hand deliver a chocolate cake to the PD yesterday, and it was quite the treat for everybody. Cynthia is my new friend that she's in a Facebook group with us from folks that are from Chicago who are now down here. And it was a fantastic Chicago-style chocolate cake from an old restaurant recipe from one of the old restaurants in Chicago. So, Cynthia, thank you for delivering that cake yesterday. It went over. It was a big hit. So,
yeah, it was good. I had a bite or two or three, and one of our staff members had like a quarter of the cake. He liked it so much. So, it was good stuff, and I just get so tickled because Rich is always getting stuff delivered and good food delivered to him for us all to try. And it just really cracks me up when there's another delivery of something here for us to eat on. But we really appreciate our community, and everyone's so supportive. And we know by those kind gestures of bringing us things as you're just expressing your support. And again, we do appreciate it for sure. All right, so let's go through some questions, folks. We like these updates to be interactive, so please type that in the comments if you have a question, and I'll be glad to get to it. Rich can help too. Let's see what we got. So Karen has a question here. She drove on Mount Juliet Road last night. Can barely see the white lines on the road. Who we contact near middle school vision? Middle school, maybe the vision of them is terrible. So Karen, yeah, we see that too, especially around the interstate where the construction is going on, and we continue to communicate that to the Tennessee Department of Transportation to do something for us to hopefully where we can see those lines a little better, especially when it rains, because the reflection of the water really just totally changes the visibility. At one point last night, I think I was driving in the turn lane when I should have been in the travel lane, but I just couldn't see where the lanes were. And when you encounter that, you really have to drop your speed so you can find yourself in the right lane. But Mount Juliet Road is a state roadway, and we communicate that up to the state Tennessee Department of Transportation when we run into issues like that. But thank you, and good question. Ellie just has a statement here. Seen the increase of high speeders on Mary Court. So Ellie, thank you for that feedback. We'll see if we can get some extra attention out that way. Rich, did you save some cake for Carolyn?
we do have a little bit left. Come on, see us, Carolyn.
Okay, all right. Carolyn, we have a little bit left. All right, good deal.
Look at Rob's comment.
Yeah, Rob wants you to have a green screen to do the weather.
That would be hilarious.
Rich, I think you'll be competing with your friends at Channel 5 or 2, or we can't compete with Davis Nolan now at Channel 2, right?
Yeah, or my fellow weather nerd and buddy Bree Smith. I wouldn't want to compete with
Channel 5. We'll keep the green screen up to them. We just like to truly give you just what the hazards may be coming up, folks. We're definitely not the weather people, but we can share what we get as a weather briefing from our lovely people with the National Weather Service, not too far from here. Their office is up by the lake in Old Hickory in Wilson County, so they're always looking after us very well.
Especially on days like today when I get tongue-tied like that. I can't do that.
Yeah, and Karen, She says that would be awesome too. So, oh, me, that cracks me up. All right, folks. Well, thank you so much. A lot of officers going to be out tomorrow for the New Year's Eve and into the new year. Just keep an eye on things, keeping our roadways safe. If there's anything you need, please reach out to us. We're here for you, and we can help you on many things, whether it's a flat tire, you need some gas. You may know of someone who is out of heat in their home or needs some food, or you may have a criminal issue happening and we need to investigate that. Please reach out to us. We're here for you. It's always an honor and a privilege to serve this wonderful community. And we wish you all a wonderful and happy new year. Rich, what you got?
Yeah, folks, just to kind of echo Captain, y'all be safe tomorrow. And if you need a ride, call somebody, get a friend, have a DD. There's some services out there. If you just look them up on the internet, AAA always does their tow and ride where they'll come get you and your car and take you within a certain distance. I know Davids County Sheriff does their call. I forget what they call it nowadays, but you can call the Davids County Sheriff if you're in Metro. So there's options out there, folks. Be safe. Have a good time, but be safe.
Yeah, absolutely, folks. Happy New Year. Rich and I will be out and about tonight and also tomorrow evening and into the new year. And we're just honored to serve each and every one of you in our wonderful community. Take care.